Rogers TV.
Welcome to You Never Know with Lois and Diane. I'm Lois Taylor.
And I'm Diane Austin.
People should know that by now, though,
I think
right?
so. Do we just have to say it's Lois and Diane?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
people.
Well, I've been away, so I've missed you.
I've missed you more.
Oh.
There's just been so much going on, which
Yes,
is nice.
you've been super busy, right?
Oh, really busy. But you, with the holidays are now over and gone, and
Yes.
moving into Valentine's Day
Valentine's
now.
Day.
So the
I wore my
store will be
one
busy.
red item.
I see that.
Yeah.
So your store is going to be busy
Yes, it will.
with all the jewelry. And
Yeah, we have lots of heart items.
Do
that's-
you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Any jewelry. On any occasion to get jewelry, that's right up there with me.
Right? It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be an occasion, though,
It
does
does not. It does not.
Just
so,
because.
So is Costa Rica fun?
Yes, it was very, very relaxing.
Uh-huh.
We went with good friends of ours that their friends have a place down there. So we flew into San Jose, then took a little puddle jumper that
Plane.
held 3 of us, plus the pilot. He was
Yeah.
important. And, or 4 of us, there was 4 of us. Crane was way back in
Oh,
the
was he?
little wee spot in the back. Anyway, so we flew into a field when we got there, and they picked us up in ATVs. so-
ATVs. And took your luggage, and how far was
yeah,
the...
well, it was only carry-on, just knapsacks.
Really?
Yeah.
And the luggage, or not the luggage, but how long was the trip on the ATVs?
About an hour.
And what'd you see?
Oh gosh, lots of animals that they have there that we don't. Well,
Oh, yeah.
you'll see. You're going there too.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to do, I've mentioned this to you before, but there is the most adorable couple. They've stopped me twice now to say hello and tell me how much they like our show.
Aw.
So I said to them the last time I saw them, I'm going to do a shout out. So I'm going to do it now. And hello, Barry and Mary Mellish. Thank you for being our #1 fans. We really appreciate it. I think they're our only fans.
Thank you. Oh no, we'll get lots of people now
Yeah.
contacting us.
Anyway,
sure.
I'm looking forward to the next segment that's coming up. We've got Ann Otterbein from Owen Sound Travel and
Yes.
talking about you being away.
Well, and I'm glad she's back, because the last visit we had with her was just like, it went so fast, and we had all sorts of other questions to ask her. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad she's back.
I'm glad she's back because there's
Yeah.
so much. This is the season
Right?
that people go away. So, yeah. So we'll be right back with Ann. So we're back. And we're here with Ann Otterbein from Owen Sound Travel. And we did have Ann at our last show, and we had so much to talk about, but we ran out of time.
Yeah.
So
She's like, that's it?
yeah, exactly. So welcome back.
Thank you for having me back. I'm happy to be here.
This is the time of year when everybody travels.
We are in the peak of travel right now.
You are.
Everyone's going south somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are the hot spots?
Well, honestly, cruising is just bursting.
Really?
It is the one part, I've often said this recently over last year, when coming out of the pandemic, I really expected the cruising industry to be the hardest and the slowest to come out, because it was hit so hard,
Yeah.
as they all were. But it's rebounded phenomenally.
Did they
The
lower their
ships
prices?
are full.
Yeah.
People are back on board, and people have kind of forgot
Oh,
about
there's too
the
many
pandemic
people
thing.
on a boat.
Yeah.
Some of those big boats, I don't know.
But you know,
Yeah,
believe it
they're
or not, you don't see them.
You're right,
You
you
see
don't-
more people at a resort.
You
than
don't
you
feel
do-
crowded
you
at
don't.
all. At all.
Maybe at the pool.
Yes, on sea days, possibly at
Yes.
the pool area can be a little crowded,
But a
but
lot
you
of
can
them have-
find little private areas,
Absolutely. Oh,
secluded
that's good to
areas. You
know.
can just
Yeah.
look, seek them out. They're there.
I always thought I wanted to do like a smaller boat, like a river cruise
Yes.
or
Yes.
something a little
Yes.
more
Yeah.
intimate. but-
Right, and so the river cruising is huge,
Yes,
huge
is it?
industry, and
Yeah.
that's certainly something people need to plan well in advance,
Yeah.
to get,
Okay.
because there's only roughly 180 to 200 people per ship, so it doesn't take long for a boat to be sold out.
Right.
But if somebody's looking for a small cruise, ocean cruise experience, then I highly recommend Azamara Cruise Lines.
Azamara.
Azamara.
Because Viking, of course, and scenic is all the. Is it scenic? The cruises.
They have the river cruises, but they
yeah.
also have some ocean cruises
They
as well. They
do?
do.
Oh.
But as Amara, they have 3 ships, and they only have a maximum of 700 people per ship. So
And a maximum $700. You
no,
said?
no, 700 people. So
Yeah, me too.
they're a little higher price because they have less people to bring in the money, right?
Okay.
But they can get into smaller ports and more unique ports that other
course.
cruise lines can't get in. You don't have the crowds getting on and off like you're mentioning. So that's, check it out as a American Cruise Line.
I
It's
will,
something to look into.
Another important, so my girlfriends, we go away every 5 years to celebrate birthdays. So they wanted to do a cruise initially this year, but I said it has to have an all-inclusive component. Otherwise, we'd go broke paying our bar bill.
And you know what? They do that.
The first day.
Princess Cruise, the first day. Princess Cruise Lines has got a great, they've got their Princess Plus package that comes with pretty much every cruise that you book with them, which gives you your drinks up to $15 per drink. So there's lots of drinks, up to 15 drinks per day.
15 drinks per day.
$15 per drink. So that's, lots of
plenty.
options. And then your gratuities are included. They give you 2 desserts every day, included specialty desserts. And it's a great
So it's
package.
not a buffet that you
Wi-Fi is
have?
included as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Yeah, they have the buffet, but then they have these specialty restaurants that you can go to as well if you want a smaller, intimate experience.
We actually went on a cruise called Cunard.
Oh, that's...
And oh my goodness, we were on the Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
And it was just phenomenal. High tea every day. And they had ballroom dancing and lessons. My husband and I just watched my sister and her husband do it. We
didn't participate?
You'd heckle from the balcony.
Yeah, Cunard is that classic.
Oh, it's
cruise,
beautiful.
You
had your own,
the Queen Victoria, the Queen Mary, and you
Yeah.
could take it from New York to England. If you want another way of getting to England, you can still take the ship across the Atlantic if
my
you want
mom
to.
came over on the Queen Mary. The first one, not this one. Yeah.
Wow.
She was a little wee girl, and she remembers the nanny picking her up, looking through the porthole to
That's
see land
awesome.
when they were coming. Yeah.
Wow,
We
phenomenal.
did the Cunard from Venice down to Athens.
Nice.
And had all of those ports of calls going all the way down.
Right.
And it was just stunning. And you got to get off and see all the different countries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it was so nice. The entertainment was phenomenal.
I bet it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, lovely cruise line to travel with. Yeah.
So tell me, Anne, I know with your travel agency, you also do group bookings.
We do. We
do.
We do have special groups out of the area.
And more than one a year.
Yes.
You're a busy girl.
Yeah, that's true. With the Old Sound Chamber of Commerce, we do one every year. And the annual trip this year will be to Spain. Next year, we're looking to do Scotland in 2025.
Scotland and England, or just Scotland?
Scotland. Just
Yeah,
We're going to
nice.
focus on Scotland.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that'll
it's
be
a
nice.
destination that needs time on its own.
So Lois just came back from Costa Rica.
Yes, I love Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see some animals? Did you see the sloths and the monkeys?
Oh, yeah. There was where we were was at a private home.
Yes.
It's like an estate, and there was 3 different kinds of monkeys there: the white face, the howler. Which
Did you hear the howlers?
Oh, every morning. Creighton and I had the jungle house in the jungle. We were across the. It's not even a road. The trail from the beach house. And so the howlers woke us up every morning. They started about 4 a.m.
Yeah.
What are howlers?
They are these monkeys that literally make this howling noise.
Oh,
I can
it's
do
really
it, but I'd
distinctive.
scare
It's
you.
pretty loud.
I would like to hear it. I really would.
I'll do it later.
Yeah. So anyway, what I was asking is that I'm a terrible packer. Terrible. Do you have any ideas on someone who wants to take 10 pairs of shoes and who wants to take 8 million tops?
I know it's okay. I think I'm guilty of that as well.
Are
I have a
you?
hard time with the shoes. The shoes are the biggest
Oh,
issue.
I know.
We just have to really scale down and be conscious. And it's okay to be a fashion repeater. It is okay to wear the same
'cause they
thing
don't- more
more than once. So we don't have to have every single outfit perfectly laid out for every day.
Well, having said that, we went for 8 days in Costa Rica last week with just knapsacks. We did carry on only.
That's great. Super. Yep.
What? I resigned myself to the fact that even if it's snowing here and the snow is about 4 feet high, I'm wearing running shoes. Because Park and Fly, you can just go there and Park and Fly takes your car and parks it for you.
I love Park and Fly, the Valet Park and Fly service. Love it.
Which is really great.
That's all
So
I do.
People don't know there is a valet service
Yeah.
that they'll come and get your car for you and park it for you and then pick you up again at the airport.
So they'll
right.
drop you off at the airport,
Yeah.
take your car and park
Well,
it.
Yes,
you pull up to their depot, you leave your vehicle there with the keys. The hardest part is to leave your keys behind and walk away from it, and knowing that you're leaving the country. But their shuttle service runs every 8 minutes to the airport. When you come back in, the secret to it all is to make sure is that you contact them. What I do when I come out off the plane and I'm standing for my luggage to come out on the turnstile, I call Park and Fly with my little ticket. There'll be a number and a little PIN number, call it, and then that gives them the cue that I'm back.
Yes.
Okay, Anne is returned. She's at the airport, and so that gives them the cue to go get my car and get it out, get it ready, get it swept off, and get it warmed up because I'm on my way.
And then you
they
take
will
the
give
shuttle
me
back,
they'll give me directions
okay.
where to meet the shuttle at whatever post, and they take me back to my car. And there it is waiting for me, ready to go. Just hop in and up highway,
And as a chamber
airport
member,
road.
you get a discount.
Yes.
Oh,
and
very
actually, I
nice.
can give you discounts too.
Oh, I
Pretty
didn't
good.
know that.
Yes, we have pretty good
I
discount
didn't know that.
rates for Park
Valet
and
is
Fly.
$89.
Oh, wow. For a week?
Yes. Yeah. No, there's no time limit, is there?
Oh yeah, no. It's usually valet usually runs about
About a week.
120 with by the time you add your taxes and
Yes,
stuff
and
like
that's
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, the other one
Right.
is
So
89, but it's
And
good.
The other
Use
thing
the
you can do,
service.
which I've done, which I absolutely love what I've done to Park and Fly, I treat myself. I have my car washed while I'm away. You can have it detailed inside and out, and it's very affordable. So it's a really treat. So I
Oh,
come
I
back
should
to
do
my
that with
trip.
my
Not only is
truck.
my car waiting for me, but it's all
Yes.
clean and polished.
They wouldn't,
And it's
they
not-
wouldn't take it back again for me. They'd be like, we don't want to see
And
you
it's
ever.
reasonably priced. I don't think it's expensive. So this,
Okay.
if you want to treat yourself,
See, that's
that.
something that people should look
Yeah.
at.
they
I
offer
had
that
no
service.
idea.
I've done it a few
Wow.
times while I've been away. I feel sorry for the person that's cleaning my car.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a.
Well,
I remember
yeah.
getting my car cleaned and after he said, you didn't tell me you had a dog. I'm like,
Yes.
it might have slipped my mind.
See, to remind our grandchildren because they got feet marks on the backs of the seats, right? Muck and garbage and food and all sorts of things. And I
right,
think,
yes.
yeah, I do it about whenever I have them, I do my car because
Right.
I love them, but they're dirty.
Yeah, and you got a brand new car.
I have a brand new car.
Oh,
Yes,
nice,
yes.
too. Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
So one thing I did want to remind people,
Yeah.
because we're right in the peak of travel right now, is the requirements for entering countries. We're finding this year in particular there's more and more entry requirements where you need to go online and fill out some sort of entry immigration
Yes.
form for countries. And these are new, and they're popping up new all the time. For example, Curacao is a fairly new destination. Over the last 5-8 years, it's become popular. They now have an online form that you have to complete before you travel to Curacao. It's free, but you need to be aware of it and do it ahead of time to avoid being at the airport and trying to scramble on your device to do it there.
Yeah. Another thing is a
Jamaica has
service fee.
one, has an online form to complete. Cuba has an online form to complete. Dominican Republic has an online form to complete. If you're going to the Mayan Riviera, as of January the 1st, Cancun Mayan Riviera, there's a form you have to complete, and there's now a visa fee that you have to pay.
So how much is the fee? I know Tiffany's going to the Mayan.
She is, and it's approximately $20 Canadian. It's 259 Mexico pesos, which
Okay.
works out to be about $20 Canadian,
Which
per
is $80
person.
for a
family of four.
family.
Oh, right, yeah.
That you've got to
Yeah.
pay before you go or
Yes,
to get
before.
out of the country?
Before you go.
Oh,
You need to
wow.
fill it out online.
Okay.
So just
I've
got to
got
look
a-
into that before you head to the airport.
Yeah.
I've got a question regarding my passport. I
Yeah.
got looking at it when we were away, and it was the 10-year one.
Good,
And
yeah.
it's due next January 2025.
Okay.
So when should I start getting that process done? Like someone said, you can't travel 6 months before it expires because for whatever reason.
If I were you,
understand.
I'd be doing that in September.
Okay.
This coming September, do the renewal process, and it's quick and it's easy and
For
it's
January?
efficient. Yeah, if it's expiring in January,
Yeah.
Yeah, I started in September.
Like 4 months.
Yeah, I just did mine in October. I went to the Service Canada office here in Owen Sound. I went out on a Wednesday, and I filled it all out, and I had it in my hands at my home 2 weeks, 2 days later.
Oh, that's good.
wow.
So that was a fantastic service. I didn't have to leave Owen Sound. I didn't have to take a day off work. I didn't have to go anywhere.
And you're only 2 weeks without.
And my passport was expiring the end of January.
Okay.
Okay, and so I did this in October.
But you were talking about it being a 6-month thing. You can't go anywhere. If you go away in January.
Depending on the destination you go to, some destinations require that your passport be valid at least 6 months beyond your intended length of stay.
So I
Costa
would
Rica
almost do it-
requires 3 months.
Pardon me?
So Costa Rica requires 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some require, United States, as long as it's valid for the time you're there, you're good. But not every country is like that.
Right.
Okay.
You need to be Panama, and you need 6 months.
I would almost do it in the summer, just to be on the safe side. Doesn't really matter when you renew it, right?
Yeah, but as long as you do. But it's pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah.
As long as
Right.
you're on top.
Yeah, no, that's good to know.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Awesome.
So anyway, one of the questions I was going to ask you about Park and Fly is how far in advance can you book to get your car for the Park and Fly service?
Oh, you can do it the day before.
Oh, can you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have heaps of parking. They never run out.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Is that the one where the monorail is that you can
No,
catch?
but that's the Viscount parking lot.
We park
and
there.
that's handy.
Yeah, that's where we-
That
you
don't
is
even go
super
outside.
handy. I
It's
love
so-
that monorail
Yeah.
system.
I do too.
It's great. Very
it's worth
efficient.
the money
Yes.
for
It
us
is.
because you're not waiting for it. You're waiting maybe
Yes.
3 minutes for a monorail.
The monorail. And it's
Yeah, I
all
know.
indoors.
It's all
all
indoors.
yeah.
indoors.
Yeah, no, that's a great service as well.
Years
Yeah.
ago, we
Yes.
forgot where we parked our car.
Oh, yeah.
And we're
Take a
wandering
picture.
we do now. We're wandering all over the parking lot thinking, well, is it in the E section? No, I'm pretty sure it's L. So you're all over the place. And finally, we do. So anyone out there, if you go there, take a picture of where you parked your
Yes,
car.
at E11
E11,
or-
yeah.
yeah.
Good
And then
suggestion.
it's so much easier.
Yeah.
And if you still can't find it, there's lots of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And my recommendation for there is to park on the 4th floor because you don't have to take an elevator. You just go straight to the
Straight through.
It's
monorail.
right on the
Yeah.
same level.
That I didn't know either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Four.
point. So
Okay.
anyway, you know what? Thank you again
You're
for
welcome.
coming.
You're welcome.
You know,
Time
Owen
just
Sound
flies
travel.
when you're on.
It does. Oh, one more tip I want to let people know because we're in the middle of season. People going to Mexico, look forward for next year. We just received notice last week that the Tulum airport is opening in May. So that is, so those who like to go to the Mayan Riviera and like to go to those resorts that are
Southern.
you
Yeah.
know, in the Tulum area, for example,
You don't have
with
to
the
fly into
Príncipe
Cancun.
Resort, you can fly in. You'll be able to fly into the Tulum airport, which will make that transfer time significantly
absolutely.
less. And that will be a huge advantage to those resorts in that area.
That
Those
happened-
resorts that we really like. But Air Canada is going to be flying into that airport next year.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll watch for that.
And maybe no difference in price. It's just a different.
Well, I don't know. Good question. Good point. We'll have to
Yeah,
wait and see.
yeah,
This is brand new.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We did that in Panama. Is that
Yes.
normally you land in Panama City? Well, where we had stayed, you landed at another. It used to be an old military base.
Yeah.
Now it's an airport. We landed there, got on the bus, and 3 minutes later we're at a
You're
resort.
just 5 minutes from the
Oh,
resort.
It's
wow.
Yeah.
Because it
crazy.
never used to be like
Never
that.
used
No,
to be
it was
like
to
that.
be a
land
2-3 hour transfer
Yeah.
from Panama City Airport.
Anyway,
so
thank
that's
you.
new news.
That's
Yes.
a good point. Thank you. I'm so
You're
glad
welcome.
you came because everybody's wanting to get away from here right now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you so much, Anne.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And
you.
we'll have you back again.
All right, I look forward to
Absolutely
it
we
then.
will.
Okay.
And we'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the 1800s and 1996. My uncle ran away from school wanting to get home to his mom and dad, and sadly he didn't make it and died of exposure. When Gord Downey found out about my late Uncle Cheney's story, he wrote Secret Path, a series of poems that became an album, then a graphic novel, a documentary, and a concert. Gord met my family, and together we formed the Gord Downey and Cheney Winjack Fund. Together, we are sharing Secret Path and other reconciliation resources with legacy schools, setting up legacy spaces across Canada, and hosting events like Secret Path Week to inspire all Canadians to engage in reconciliation. Before he left us, Gord asked us all to do something.
You're gonna figure it out.
Will you join us? Together, we can make Canada a better place.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to RogersTV.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at RogersTV.com.
So we're back, and I'm here and pretty excited because these two gentlemen are from the Community Waterfront Heritage Center, or what a lot of people know it as the Marine and Rail Museum. And it's very close and passionate to my heart because I'm on the board, and this museum is like a hidden gem. It really is.
Well, we filmed there last year.
Yes, we did.
Yes, with this happening here.
We did with the dining car and Zach.
Yes.
So we're here with Zach McLean and with Chris McCurley. Chris is a new board member and director on the board for the Marine and Rail, and he's got these most phenomenal ideas. Because with the Marine and Rail, we're now coming out and we have to start fundraising, and we're looking for donations and events and all sorts of things. Now I have a few questions. This is a special year for the Marine and Rail. Zach, what is the special year?
Well, this is actually our 10th year that we've been operating as the Community Waterfront Heritage Center. 10 years ago we opened in this kind of new form, newly board run with a just whole new outlook. It was the start of a lot of incredible things. That's what led to the train car coming down, which I know you were both such big fans of.
Yes.
And just a great time to be celebrating because we've made it through these 10 years, and we may be looking for all these fundraising opportunities, but it just means that we'll have 10 more.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
And what we're looking for is we're trying to get more exhibits and more artifacts. And in order to do that, of course, it's all trying to run events and raise money for this. Now, one of the things, we did have something called 30 for 30. Can either one of you, Chris, can you explain that, or Zach can do it?
Well, I think Zach's probably more familiar with the 30 for 30.
So when they started this new version of the museum, they had this book called 30 for 30, which featured 30 people and 30 artifacts, because at that time they had been having the 30-year anniversary of there being a museum in this old train station at all. That started in the 80s. And so this year, for the 10th year of the CWHC, we decided to add on to that. And so we're going to be featuring 10 more people and 10 more artifacts to kind of tell our story while also giving that recognition to the people who have helped to make what we have today. And basically just use that to kick off some of our celebrations and get this new piece out to show people some of what we've been doing and what we have.
So are these local exhibits from people, or I'm just not
so
sure.
What we have is, the collection is mostly local stuff. It's all very in this area, if not from Owen Sound itself, from the very immediate surrounding areas. So the people that we're featuring are all local people who have contributed to the museum, either through volunteering, being on the board, helping with events, and putting together so many of the things that we've had over the past 10 years. So it's all that local influence and all the people who have directly contributed who are getting recognized here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was like actual artifacts.
Well, there are some of those as well. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's artifacts from our collection, but from local things. So we have some, models and pieces from locally built boats, a piece of the rail that was part of the original rail line built in Owen Sound.
Okay.
So stuff like that's getting featured, all that from our collection alongside those people. So we're getting both that are this local relevance, and it's showing off all these different aspects of our history that we can.
That's great. So if I went to the museum last year, I'd go this year and see this whole new exhibit, right?
Yeah, so some of the stuff is already on display. Some of it we're pulling out from behind the scenes. We've got a lot of stuff in storage that doesn't necessarily get to see the light of day a lot because we only have so much space. But the idea is to keep stuff cycling and moving so that we're getting new stuff, new things to see, new topics, all that type of stuff that's getting featured.
Yeah, you have to keep fresh and relevant. I mean,
you do.
You want to bring people in, right? Get them through the doors.
You're absolutely. Now, Chris, he's got some amazing ideas, and he's actually come up with a new brand.
Oh.
And the new brand is what, Chris?
making memories at the museum. The thought process being whether or not you have old memories of the rail and of the shipping heritage of the community, or if you want to make new memories. And we're keeping in mind the changing demographics of the area, and we're looking for new, exciting reasons for people to come to the museum, not once, but multiple times throughout the course of the year.
Yeah, that's clever.
Making memories at the museum. So everything that we've been focusing on for this 10th year anniversary has been around making specific memories. For example, we're looking at, of course, for funding, we are looking to have adopt an artifact. And we're looking to present different artifacts within the museum that folks have the opportunity of adopting, getting a personalized history lesson from Zach as to what it is, how it came to come to the museum. Also, in some cases, they'll actually be able to hold the artifact. Now, some artifacts everybody gets to touch, such as the rail car. And it's wonderful that we have the rail car, but it has ongoing maintenance and repair issues. Therefore, we're always looking for ways of generating income so we can keep it in pristine condition.
Yeah.
One of the really exciting things around the rail car is we're focusing on, as we get into next year's holiday season, we want you to be able to come to the museum and make your hallmark memories. And we're looking at using the back end of the rail car, decorating it up for Christmas, and allowing people to come use donations and get their photographs, their holiday photographs, taken in the back of the rail car. We want to utilize the baggage car at the side of the museum. We want to decorate it for the holiday season, so everybody doesn't end up with the same romantic hallmark
It's
kind
right.
of
My girlfriend's single. She might come just to see if there's a man in this hall.
Yeah. Well,
This has gone so fast. We've got a minute, I think, left.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's crazy. So to wrap it
I
up.
wanted to try this lovely hat on too.
Oh, this is what they're thinking of doing at the museum for the staff. Or even for sale.
Yeah.
If you can pan, look at the tilt on this guy.
You have to wear it properly.
Oh yes, I don't know.
Aren't they?
Yes.
That looks cute. You guys look awesome.
we're trying to create ambiance. As you come to the museum, you're going to have a new experience. There are going to be sounds and textural differences that people haven't experienced before. And part of that is uniforms for the staff and the volunteers.
In other words, we're changing, but as you know, we need donations. And there were actually going to be a billboard or something put outside the building, like a thermometer. And in different levels, we've raised so much money to improve the Ancaster.
You should start with a train and have like the caboose on the bottom, and then fill the train.
Fill the
with people.
train.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, Zach. So anyway, what's really neat is we need the money, we need the funding so that we can survive. Because the last thing we want to do with this historical center is close.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
We
no,
do not.
No.
So we need the public's help for that.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you.
great. This is nice to have you here for just before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Isn't it? She's wearing red. I never even thought to wear red. So doesn't mean I don't love you, Sid, but anything blingy would be nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to be here in the studio. You don't have to deal with the wind like last time.
Yeah. Right. Well, all the best to you in your
Yes.
fundraising, and hopefully
We'll get the word out and support. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we'll bring you
Thanks.
back and see how you're doing.
Promise?
Promise. Definitely promise. It'll be Thanksgiving. You'll have to come as a turkey. Thank you, everyone.
so much.
Thank you, everybody. That's great. Thanks, guys. Didn't that go fast? And you really got the message out.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
The Hit UK show is back with a brand new season.
I'm so happy to be back.
12 unusual suspects go undercover.
I was blown away. That was amazing. It was popping.
Can you unravel the clues and guess who is behind the mask?
Kim Cattrall. It could be Sting. Okay. Everyone, who's behind the mask?
boy. The Masked Singer UK. New episode Saturday at 6:30. Only on Game TV.
Hi, I'm Vivica Gravel, Community Development Coordinator with the City of Owen Sound and the River District. And welcome to My River District. This is a show where every week we'll be here at Rogers Studio